which iPad you should buy. As of now, Apple offers four different kinds of iPads. The iPad, the normal iPad, then it's the iPad Air, then it's the iPad Pro, and then it's the iPad Mini. So we'll be going through each and every iPad and which model you should buy, which variant you should buy, like which storage, and should you get the cellular version or not. Are you going to buy a keyboard or not? And are you going to buy an Apple Pencil or not? These two things, if you buy along with your iPad, like वो तुम्हारे iPad को पूरा एक complete setup बना देता है. And those two things are also very expensive. And each and every use case, I'll be telling like which iPad is the most perfect iPad for you. The main motive of this video is that just to save your money and you need not end up paying more for something which you won't use. It's very tempting to buy a more expensive iPad or a different iPad which is allegedly more better. Most of the time that's not the case. So let's go. If we go to the Apple website, मैं iPad पे क्लिक करता हूँ and iPad पे क्लिक करने के बाद I'll just go down. So there are basically four different kinds of iPads, as I said: iPad Pro, iPad Air, iPad, the normal generations of iPad, and the iPad Mini. So let's start off with the normal iPad. Like which one should you buy? The 9th generation or the 10th generation? If you're somebody who just wants an iPad और तुम खाली उस पे you just use it for watching like movies, YouTube, Netflix, any of such things, your main purpose of buying an iPad is just for content consumption, then I would say you should go with the 9th generation iPad and not the 10th generation iPad. So the reason why I'm saying go with the 9th generation iPad is, so the 64GB version is like, according to Apple, it's for 34,000 rupees. But if you go to Flipkart, the same iPad 9th generation is available for 30,000 rupees. You shouldn't always buy from the Apple website because most of the time Apple website is like they sell it right on their MRPs. And definitely you can get some discounts also after using those bank offers. Apple basically offers like just two variants, either 64 or 256. I want to tell you one thing, like you should see the price gap. Like 64 is like for 34,000 rupees and 256 is like 49,000 rupees. It's a huge price jump. It's a huge price jump which is completely not justified. So I would just say buy the iPad, stick to the base variant, stick with the 64GB of storage and call it a day. 256GB तुम लेओगे, देखो तुम्हारा वो value proposition चला जाएगा, ठीक है? And for 30,000 rupees, this iPad is a really great iPad, I'm telling you. Because 30,000 के अंदर में there is no tablet which gives you such a overall perfect experience which this iPad gives. The main USP of this iPad is its software. Yes, people call iPad OS to be very mediocre, but under 30,000 rupees, there is no tablet which gives you such levels of optimization with their apps. Because देखो, मैं optimizations का मतलब क्या बता रहा हूँ? अगर मैंने एक Android tablet लिया, like मैंने Samsung का कोई भी अच्छा tablet लिया below 30,000 rupees, probably the best tablet I bought of Android below 30,000 rupees. The thing is, अगर मैं Facebook Android में खोलता हूँ and my Facebook is iPad में खोलता हूँ, the Facebook app will have a whole different interface in the Android and in the iPad. iPad के अंदर जो Facebook का app है, it will be completely customized and it will be made just for the iPad. बड़े स्क्रीन को अच्छे से यूज करता है, अच्छे से तुम्हें दिखाता है Facebook का जितना भी कंटेंट है. Whereas Android के अंदर what will happen is that तुम्हारा जो फोन का Facebook app है, that will be just expanded and you'll get your experience on a huge device. That's it, nothing else. And this iPad 9th generation supports only the first generation of Apple Pencils, which looks something like this. And the strange part is that this pencil charges like in the other way around, so which is a really bad design. But yeah, that's the thing. These iPads really have really great resale value, and there is one thing which is common among all of these iPads, which is that तुमने एक बार एक iPad ले लिया ना, I'm telling you, you can use that iPad for the next 5 years without any issues. You will get software updates for the next 5 years. You will get app supports for the next 5 years, and your iPad literally won't slow down. And also, this 9th generation is perfect for some people who are also interested in making notes. Like you want to make notes on your iPad, you want to do like illustrations and all such things. I would say either buy the iPad 9th generation or buy the iPad Air. Skip the iPad 10th generation completely. You should skip the 10th generation, and there's a valid reason for it why. So the reason why I hate this iPad 10th generation is because, let me tell you guys one thing. See, it has like, it's really colorful, like there are plenty of colors offered, it looks pretty modern, it's a modern iPad, like it's redesigned, you know. Apple gave this iPad USB type C. Wow, it's a great thing, type C, like you can like attach hard drives, like SSDs, like all such things. But the problem is this type C speeds are of USB 2. USB 2 speeds were like 15 years ago. It's not even USB 3. It's USB 2. Forget about Thunderbolt. We are not even talking about Thunderbolt here. It's USB 2 speeds. USB 2 speeds बहुत slow होते हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा slow होते हैं. USB 2 speeds तुम्हें 45,000 के एक device के अंदर मिल रहे हैं, which is bonkers in my opinion. Because अगर तुम्हें कुछ भी transfer करना है, it will take forever. Normal USB 3 speeds, like basic USB 3 speeds भी नहीं दे रहे हो. So that's the thing. Like, is first of all, इसका Type C is extremely flawed. Apple ने deliberately like this ये iPad ना, Apple had such a good opportunity to make a very nice iPad, but the problem is उन्होंने पहली बात तो they made it expensive. जो प्राइस होना चाहिए था, it was 33,000 rupees. It had to be 33,000 rupees, but Apple ने इसे 12,000 रुपए बढ़ा के 45,000 rupees का दिया. यही iPad 2 साल बाद 33 का ही मिलेगा. The other reason why it's a bad purchase is because this display, it has a laminated display. So let me tell you what's the difference between a laminated and a non-laminated display. It has a non-laminated display. So what do I mean by a non-laminated display? जो glass है and जो display का जो screen है, there is a gap between it. Like if you hold the iPad in a certain angle and if you see, you can see the black border. Like it's a gap. It's basically a gap. Whereas the expensive iPads होते हैं, उनमें fully laminated display आती है, so the gap is like really less. So it makes a difference while using Apple Pencil over it. It's not a huge difference. It's somebody like अगर तुम्हें पता है तभी तुम notice कर पाओगे ना, तो it's not a huge difference. The other reason which I hate this iPad is the fact that इसमें खाली Apple Pencil first generation support है. It has flat edges. Like Apple easily एक वो डाल सकता था, Apple Pencil second generation का support, but Apple refused to do that. Okay, उन्होंने Apple Pencil first generation का support किया. This is how the first generation Apple Pencil looks. And guys, ये first generation of Apple Pencil was released in back in 2016 or 15. It's that old. 7 साल पुराना technology Apple अभी भी बेच रहा है. I personally feel like anybody should just completely skip this iPad. Basically, mainly for its poor USB-C speeds and for the Apple Pencil first generation support. और दिक्कत थी कि उसका जो keyboard है ना, it's a whole different new keyboard. It's the Magic Keyboard Folio. So, do you see what I'm talking about? 45,000 का iPad और उसके ऊपर तुम 25,000 का तुम keyboard ले रहे हो, which is like extremely silly in my opinion. Like I simply just don't know should you buy a keyboard or not, because there are a few people who need a keyboard. So अगर मैं होता तो मैं तो बिल्कुल भी keyboard लेता ही नहीं. At max I would go with the Apple Pencil and just call it a day. I won't go with the keyboards, but yeah. Now, the thing about iPad Air right now is that the 4th generation is also available, the 5th generation is also available. The price difference between the 4th and the 5th is like 3,000 rupees. That's it. Which one should you buy? The 4th generation or the 5th generation? Personally, I think you should just spend 3,000 rupees more and get the 5th generation, because price difference बहुत ही कम है यार. You are spending like 55,000 rupees, and 55,000 rupees is a huge amount. So maybe just spend like 3,000 rupees more and just get the 5th generation, which is the latest one. Primarily, the main difference is like इसके अंदर A14 Bionic chip आती है in the iPad Air 4th, and इसमें you just get the Apple M1 chip. Yeah, here is Apple M1 chip. So that's the main difference and nothing else. And also इसके अंदर like front camera के अंदर changes हुए हैं, where you get the ultra wide front camera and nothing else. That's the thing. I feel iPad Air is a really great thing. It works with the Apple Pencil, and best part is the 2nd generation of Apple Pencil. And it's a great iPad in my opinion, because if you need colors, even you can go with this iPad Air also. It has like good set of colors, 5 gorgeous colors. Yeah, I do understand. Fun with M1 speed. Yeah, M1 is like almost 2 years old, but I feel M1 is like way too overkill for this iPad. iPads को उतनी पावर की जरूरत नहीं है, वो उतना यूटिलाइज भी नहीं करते हैं पावर्स को इतना. तो M1 is it's a good chip. It's a like tried and tested chip. It's used in multiple MacBooks and multiple iPads, so it's fine. And it has like, you can edit videos, all such things you can easily do with this iPad. So there's nothing new in it, you know. iPad Pro. So the iPad Pro is divided into 2 sizes, which is the normal 11-inch iPad, this one which you see, this one, and this one has the same size. This one. These 3 have the same size, and it's the 12.9-inch iPad. Somebody should make a skip from the iPad Air to the Pro only when they need the 12.9-inch version. If they need a massive iPad, that's the only reason why you should go with the iPad Pro. That's the only iPad available right now. Now the iPad Pro has the M2 chip, which nobody asked. Like M1 already था powerful था, M2 देखे तो उन्होंने और ही ज़्यादा powerful कर दिया. In the 12.9-inch, only in the 12.9-inch iPad version, so you get the mini LED display. Mini LED is like a whole new technology of display. It's a very expensive display, to be honest. अगर तुमने drop कर दिया, if you dropped your iPad, if you broke the iPad, or if the screen cracks or anything, the replacement charges and the charge to fix the screen is going to be bonkers. It's going to be really high. The only difference which you get is like between the normal iPads and the iPad Pro series, which is a major difference according to me, is the ProMotion display, which is like 120 hertz. That's the only possible difference which you can notice between the Air and the Pro. And also the Pro has like dual cameras in backside. Like, so the Pro has like two different cameras, like the wide and the ultra wide. But कौन ही iPad लेके जाके photos खींचता है यार? At max you'll use the iPad to scan documents and nothing else. वो तो normal iPads भी कर ही लेते हैं. तो camera is not a reason why you should upgrade. Camera को तो भूल जाओ. LiDAR, how often do you scan things? How often do you scan your house? So as I said, iPad Pro तुम्हें तभी ही लेना चाहिए जब तुम्हें 12.9 inch version चाहिए. Like I know like there are illustrators who appreciate a very huge screen, and for them 12.9 inch iPad is like the best iPad. It has Apple Pencil second generation support, a great keyboard, and all such things. The other difference in the iPad Pro is that it has Face ID instead of Touch ID. All these iPads have Touch ID and this one has Face ID, so that's the difference. And there's one thing I want to tell you, that all these iPads have the same software. उनका same iPad OS है. So you just not think that iPad Pro के अंदर एक अलग software मिलेगा, तुम्हें iPad Air के अंदर अलग मिलेगा. There's nothing like that. All the iPads have the same software. And the iPad mini is like for 49,000 rupees. iPad mini is a very niche iPad in my opinion. Like बहुत ही niche iPad है. Like, it's a very cute iPad. Okay, I saw it in person like a couple of days ago and it looks really cute. एक बहुत ही cute iPad है ये. बहुत छोटा सा है. But I don't know why will you buy such a small iPad? Like तुम 50,000 खर्च कर रहे हो and you want to get a small iPad. The only reason to get the mini is just that you want a mini iPad. That's the only reason. Like इसकी कोई there's no specialty about it. Like the only specialty is its small size. It's up to you. This is like completely personal choice in my opinion. You want to get the mini or not, but it's up to you. Yeah, I won't go with the mini because 50,000 rupees is a huge amount, and I would probably spend like 2-3,000 rupees more and get the iPad Air or anything. So thank you for watching the video. I hope you liked it. I hope it helped you in making a decision in which iPad you should buy. So until next time, okay, bye. Thank you.